香港作為一個國際城市，其實係應該好國際化。除咗金融領域之外，呢個城市一直存在住嚟自五湖四海嘅不同種族，帶嚟多姿多彩嘅文化、歷史同願景。但係過往我哋都太聚焦西方世界啦，大多數嘅人都只係會同歐美人士互動，其他族裔社群好無奈咁被隱藏喺香港呢個大都會。我哋希望透過逐個講呢個節目，重新發現喺香港唔同嘅族群，就好似將一頁一頁嘅世界史帶到大家嘅眼前。究竟我哋同呢個世界要建構一個乜嘢關係呢？呢啲唔同嘅朋友嚟自唔同嘅國家，帶住唔同嘅文化，走過不一樣嘅經歷，然後嚟到香港，佢哋對香港有唔同嘅睇法。我哋可以從佢哋嘅世界脈絡睇返香港轉頭，再了解世界。就等我哋一連12集嘅逐個講，為大家展開呢一場有意義嘅交流啦。
Hello， 我係 Anthony。
Hello， 我係張翠容 Susanna。
Hello Susanna。
係 Anthony。
你作為一個女戰地記者咧，應該去過好多唔同嘅地方，亦都結識過好多唔同嘅族裔嘅朋友啦。咁邊個族裔嘅朋友對你嚟講比較最深刻嘅咧？
佢哋咧都有佢哋自己嘅故事嘅。每一個故事咧對我嚟講都幾深刻嘅。不如咁啦，今集嘅逐個講啦。我首先介紹一個咧比較特別嘅族裔，叫庫爾德族。
庫爾德族原本係一個生活喺中東嘅遊牧民族，佢哋屬於古波斯分支嘅米底亞人後裔。7世紀嘅時候受阿拉伯帝國征服，之後就信奉咗伊斯蘭教，成為阿拉伯嘅一個族群。至於庫爾德族嘅悲劇，就源於第一次世界大戰奧圖曼帝國瓦解咗之後，西方嘅殖民者喺中東地區強行劃界線，因而分裂咗好多個民族國家，從阿拉伯人之下再細分唔同族群。新生國家都以民族主義口號嚟凝聚國力，而弱勢嘅庫爾德族就飽受壓迫。佢哋原本聚居嘅地方分裂成4個主權國家，包括土耳其、敘利亞、伊拉克同伊朗。而當時嘅國際主流輿論都反對為佢哋再重劃地圖，建設自己嘅地方，所以庫爾德族唔可以好似其他中東民族咁擁有自己嘅國家。由於庫爾德族喺佢哋嘅宗主國被視為異族，所以一直困喺族群嘅矛盾同埋衝突裏面，令呢個民族充滿悲劇。
哇！咁聽落庫爾德族嘅歷史就真係好豐富下喎。咦，Susanna，你會唔會有個庫爾德族嘅朋友嘅咧？
當然有啦。嗱，不如我而家就帶你去認識我一位庫爾德族嘅朋友啊。
喂，好啊。
Hello Susanna。Hello。
呢位係我朋友 Anthony， 呢個就係我庫爾德族嘅朋友，頭先啱同你提過呢位啦。
Hi Anthony，How are you？
原來你係庫爾德族人，但係你個外表好似一個普通嘅歐洲人咁。
You also don't look like a real Chinese. Actually, Kurdish, they are European. In fact, because they are Indo-European language family, so the origin of Kurds are European. So you'll see the Kurdish with blue eyes, blonde hairs. It's quite common. Yeah, exactly. Would you like to talk more inside?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk more inside. Okay.
馬蘇，你個 office 咁大咧，其實你做咩生意㗎？
Yeah, actually, my business is mainly about the flash memory products like memory cards, USB flash drive, SSD. I also do some consumer electronics since 2006.
其實有咩原因咧，令到你過嚟香港做生意咧？
Actually, the reason I came to Hong Kong was mainly because Hong Kong is an international city. It's quite convenient to do international business, and it's easy to do a lot of process compared to the other cities.
我之前聽你講咧，你都有 office 喺深圳喎。
Yeah, we have a branch office in Shenzhen. That office is mainly doing some, the sourcing for us. And before the pandemic, I used to go to Shenzhen regularly also.
庫爾德人好似做生意都好叻㗎。
Because the Kurds are quite, especially from my city, my hometown, Mardin, they are quite good and professional in business. The Mardin in Hong Kong is business-wise quite similar, because Mardin used to be on the ancient Silk Road, And Mardin is a city that's quite multicultural, multinational, and multi-faith city. And the people from Mardin, actually, they already know how to live with people from different culture because they already grew up in such a place. It's really easy for them to integrate to any culture. And I should mention about the Mardin. Mardin, it's under protection of UNESCO, and it's very well known actually in Europe, and it has the history of few thousand years.
係啊 ，Anthony， 你知唔知啊？其實孖甸咧我都去過嘅喎。
哦，係啊。
係啊，佢其實有另一個名㗎，叫做石頭之城 （City of Stone） 啊。
You'll see most of the temples are made of those special stones. Myself, we built a village house in my village with those stones. It looks beautiful from outside. If you guys have the time, maybe we can go together and see together. I'll be glad to host you guys.
Hey, Anthony 啊，嗱，有關孖甸咧，我又想再補充咧。其實孖甸咧，即係正如頭先阿 Miss 講咧，歷史係非常悠久嘅。係。但係喺個地理位置上面咧，佢就啱啱咧就喺呢個美索不達米亞平原同埋呢個兩河流域嘅中間，所以
Mesopotamia。
係啦係啦。
Anthony, you know that Mesopotamia actually is from Kurdish. It's called Mezra Botania. Mezra means the land, and Botania is a Botan, one of the ancient city in the Kurdish area, and they call the land of Botan. So that means Mezra Botania, and that's how it goes to be Mesopotamia.
哇！我哋又知道好多樣嘢啦，係啊。誒，咁阿 Miss， 咁你係咪喺孖甸出世同埋讀書嘅咧
？Susanna, actually, I was born in Mardin in 1972, and when I was 6 years old, my family moved to Istanbul because of some reasons. So, and then I studied in Istanbul until high school. And after high school, I went to study university in Ankara. I studied chemical engineering, actually.
Wow. Chemical engineering. 哦，呢個叫咩啊？化學工程。
化學工程係。
化學工程。
咁你又點解會嚟咗亞洲嘅咧？
係啊 ，Why you coming to Asia?
Actually, when I was at the university, I had a friend who used to do business in Taiwan, and he just asked me if I'm interested to go to Taiwan, do the business together. And I was just 23 years old. So I just go. I thought it's a good challenge for me. And I think a few weeks later, I bought a ticket and I fly to Taipei.
Wow.
哇，都好 determined 喎，好有決心喎。
好勇敢啊！
好勇敢喎。
Very brave.
誒 ，Miss 啊，咁不如你又同我哋分享下你喺台北嗰個生活係點樣啊？
Actually, the first few months in Taipei, it was quite difficult for me because I cannot speak a word of Chinese. And everything was written in Chinese. It wasn't like Hong Kong, an international city. So I have some difficulties. And then I attend a language school. There was a university called 中国文化大学. So I attend a language school almost 8 months. And I was managed to got a scholarship from that one. Wow. So, and the more I learn and the more I like about the Chinese language is getting more popular day by day. And the more I learn about the Chinese, the more I was interested about the music of Chinese, the calligraphy, and much more. So I did the business in Taipei until 2002. And I also realized most of the Taiwanese businessmen, they start to move to mainland China. So since I was doing especially business about the mobile phone accessories, I also decided to move to Guangzhou. From the same company, I got an offer to open an office in Shanghai that is doing the trading of the components. And I spent almost 2.5 years in Shanghai. It was quite good experience for me. I also learned a little bit about the simplified one. So it was quite good for me.
Wow. 哇，咁啊，哇，又識睇簡體，又識睇繁體喎，係咪？Simplified traditional Chinese.
Yeah, it's quite okay. from me.
哇
Yeah.
好嘢喎！
咁點解你又會嚟咗香港嘅？
And I realized Hong Kong is a really correct choice for me. In 2006, I moved here because Hong Kong is a very international city. It's easy to sell the products from here to any part in the world. It's much convenient because it's like a free trade zone. So it's the main reason I came to Hong Kong. Yeah.
喂 Anthony 啊，其實而家 Masu 咧都叫係香港人嚟㗎啦。I know you got
I'm a Hong Kong permanent resident.
Yes. 因為嚟咗香港已經14年啦。
哇
14
年
香港 for 14 years already.
Yeah, 14 years already.
2006
Yeah.
哇
So I see myself Kurdish, but also part of Hong Kong. So I'm a Kurdish resident of Hong Kong. Yeah.
咁你最中意香港嘅咩咧？
First of all, the people are quite productive. This is
very efficient.
very efficient. And second, the Hong Kong is quite safe place compared to the many parts of the world. I had been in Hong Kong more than 14 years. I never got a problem with anybody, and so Hong Kong is quite safe. For a lady, she can go out at maybe midnight. She'll quite be safe. I've been to USA, I've been to Middle East countries, I've been to many Europe cities. I didn't see any places as safe as Hong Kong. And Hong Kong is quite lawful, and also Hong Kong is, although it's being a diverse city, they are quite understanding and they respect each other's culture and faith. So Hong Kong is quite special. You can do anything without having a problem with anybody in Hong Kong.
係啊，可惜但係而家香港站喺中美嘅新冷戰風浪口啦，好似成個社會都被撕裂咁樣。
Yeah, actually, it makes me feel worrying also. But I advise most of my local friends to, if they want to understand more, they maybe go to visit some other cities, maybe Middle East, maybe Turkey. I'm one of the minority in Turkey, and I can talk about it 24 hours, about suppression, about not be able to speak your own language, not be able to learn and have an education in your own mother language. Even recently, not able to do some, we Muslim do some song about Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. It's not allowed to say that in our own Kurdish language. So compared to those places, I still believe Hong Kong is quite okay, and I hope Hong Kong will keep that identity as long as it can. Susanna, tell you frankly, I already lose one home. I'm sorry for being emotional. I don't want to lose a second home. Hong Kong is my second home, and I don't want to lose Hong Kong because of any conflict.
Yeah. 係啊，阿 Masu 咧即係嚟自呢個即係庫爾德地區咧。我即係嗰個首府啊嚇Diyarbakir 就係喺土耳其嘅東南部嚟嘅，咁就一路都係打緊仗咯嚇，咁即係都好多衝突，就而家都仲有嘅。
And the government wants to move the people and build government houses, but those government houses are not given to the people who own those lands. It's given to somebody else. So people spend 100 years at those places. They have their neighbors, they have their cultures, they have a lot of things over there. They don't want to lose their identity. They don't want to lose everything. So they have some conflicts with the government, and they suffer a lot.
真係嘅，如果即係大家都用暴力解決咧，最慘就係老百姓咯，係嘛？係。
咦，Susanna都差唔多時間食晏嘞喎。
係啊，Masu，你通常係咪多數喺出面食晏咧
Actually, usually I eat in the office, or I sometimes I eat the vegetarian food, but mainly I eat in my office, or I bring food from home. Join me for a dinner. I'd love to host you at my home for a dinner one day. Okay, let's fix a date for the dinner. When are you coming? When guys coming?
哇，好有誠意喎，咪 so 好啊！咁我哋啊，不如咪擇個日子啊，係咪去啊？咪 so OK 啊？
好啊，
好啊。
Okay, but
多謝
please,
先，多謝先。
but make sure you didn't eat whole day because you'll have a big Kurdish feast at my home.
哇，係嘛？好，正好啊，好啊，我哋好期待啊！好，多謝，多謝。
See you guys.
OK。
想睇更多精彩嘅內容，快啲下載有線 OTT app 啦！